Okay, guys. So today we're going to go ahead and talk about Chapter 4. Okay. What is something that we learned in Chapter 4? What is a big thing that we learned? Taya?
About Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus played a big part in Chapter 4, guys. What else did we learn about? Najee?
Him sailing
He sailed somewhere. Where did he sail? Kira? Right. Let me go and explain a little bit about that, okay? So you notice on your What to Study guide, we're done. On your What to Study guide, it has a couple different points that follow that, okay? So these are just main talking points, but when you're going through this, fellas, if you can't sit next to each other without talking, then you're okay? With this, we're going to be talking about the big ideas, okay? So notice how on your page it says Columbus sailing west, okay? So you want to know why he sailed west. Can someone tell me why he sailed west? Taya?
to find an easier way to Asia.
Right. Well, close. He wanted to find it somewhere, what?
New land?
Well, he did want to find new land.
India.
Abby? Right, okay, that's where we're looking. Okay, so he wanted to go ahead and he sailed west. Sailed.
Can we write this down?
I would suggest that if I'm writing it, you should probably write it too.
It's on our What to Study, it says sail west. Is that a bullet?
Do we put Columbus at the top?
You could, but on here it says Columbus already. So I would suggest maybe writing on this and then knowing to go along with it. Allison.
Is that what's the Okay, wait, so we're writing about Columbus first?
Because this needs to have more information than there's supposed to be paper.
What's our title?
Social studies
Sailing west. Okay, I suggest that if I go ahead and write it, you write it. Sailed west. He sailed west because he wanted to find a shorter route to the Indies. Okay? We kind of talked about that. Found a shorter route to the Indies. Yes, Tam.
Is that a bullet?
Yes.
Okay. What? It's kind of close.
Right there. Okay. But the whole idea about going to the West Indies, guys, is not that he wanted to go ahead and talk to anybody. Now, when he was in the West Indies, guys, did he actually get to the West Indies?
No.
No, he was going to go ahead and he was headed there, but he ended up landing in what's now Americas. Okay? In the general Americas, North America, South America, that area. Yes.
He named it America?
It was named after Amerigo Vespucci. Remember, we talked about that.
I thought it was America. That's what he said.
Okay, so with this, guys, we also have the idea of the Taino. Who are the Taino?
People that live there.
Yeah, the native people were Tainos, okay? Columbus was fascinated but these individuals were not the main reason for his travels. Okay, he didn't go there just to talk and learn about the Taino. That just seemed to be a benefit. Okay, last two ideas, then we have to go quick. We're really out of time. Yes.
So, if they were a native, like, different cultures, and how did they like speak another language?
Yeah,
And how
they did.
how
They
did you know what they
communicated
were
through
saying?
other ways. Yes.
Already I
Well, I have to write it, so you got to scoot over here so you can see. Yes.
What's that word before individual?
these. Yes, Dan.
Behind fascinating, is that a period or a comma?
That's a comma.
Oh.
Okay. You know yourself just by reading. Okay.
What, are we still in Columbus?
Yes. Columbus impacted the Americas.
What do you mean impacted?
Well, impacted in the sense that he showed them how something's done. Okay, he made an impact on something. Okay, so Columbus impacted the Americas by showing Europeans the way to get there. Okay, so keep in mind with this. I mean, while Columbus wasn't necessarily the only person to have gone through here before, he went ahead and he was the first person to kind of show the Europeans how to get there in the first place. Okay, so that was really important to know.
So it took Europeans with them?
Yeah, the Europeans went along with him, but he also mapped his way there. Okay?
I thought you didn't know about it.
Well, he landed in the Americas, so
Wait.
eventually he found his way. Angelina, thank you for raising your hand.
What's the last one?
To get there.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, if he wasn't in the Indies, then why did he make the Indies?
Well, that's the thing. Remember, we talked about how he was going to the West Indies, and he thought he had landed in the Indies, but he had actually not landed in the Indies. He landed in what's now known as the Americas. So with that, he called these individuals Indians because he thought he was in the Indies, but he wasn't. That's just what he called them. Last 3 ideas, then we have to move on. Allison.
You know how they live in America, but was there like people there already?
That's why they were talking about the native people, because they had already lived there.
So was it named when he got there already?
No, it wasn't already named, but that's what they decided to call it later on.
So who got there first, him or the
Amerigo Vespucci actually ended up finding it first. That's why they ended
So
up
he
calling it.
named it first? He named it first?
Yes, it was named after him. He was the first one to discover it.
So then Columbus went and it was already named to the United States.
But he thought he was somewhere else.
My brain is going like, what? How? Well, why is Columbus, like, why is he known as the one who, like, why is he known as the famous one who, like, well, like the most popular one?
Yeah,
to go there?
Because I've never heard of America
Me either.
until
Me
just
neither.
now. Never.
I knew because like it was named after him.
Well, sometimes people get the namesakes for different things. But even when they don't go ahead and create it, I mean, that's just what happens. Right? Yes.
Wait. I forgot what
Because.
No, BW means between.
Between.
Destiny.
I still don't get how Columbus is getting all the popularity.
Well, that's just the way it works. Sometimes when somebody, when we think of like a celebrity or something, we might go ahead and think of, I don't know, the first name that pops in your head, don't say it.
Justin Bieber.
Don't say it.
Wow.
Okay, so if that's the first person that pops in your head, but was he the first celebrity?
No.
No, he's the first person that pops in your head, right? So that's an instance in which we have somebody that is famous, that all of a sudden gets all this notoriety, but he wasn't the first person ever, right? So we think about that.
He's still famous.
No,
What?
he's not.
Are we on a Columbian exchange?
Yeah, I want to make sure you go ahead and talk about the Columbia Exchange now.
Because I'm highlighting.
Allison.
I have a question.
Quick.
Okay. Amerigo, then.
Vespucci.
How come he was the first person to learn America actually? But people think this is Columbus.
Just because they were talking about how Christopher Columbus might have been a little bit more famous, a little bit more
Somebody's at the
to
door.
that, okay, guys? But I can't take any more questions or talk about it anymore.
No, listen.
It says Columbia Exchange, the move of cultures and ideas between hemispheres. Get there. Okay. Okay, the result of Columbian Exchange, and I'm just going to call it CE, is the Europeans basically took over. Okay? They didn't necessarily respect the cultures and everything of the other people, but the Columbian Exchange exchanged different ideas. Yes, Madison?
On the note, the third note we've got the last word. What is that?
There. What you get there? Okay. Yes.
Oh, what is that word?
Which one?
The B
I
L
can't-
W.
This is B/W, between. Okay. Okay. Here's Cortez.
Bleh.
Morgan. Excuse you.
Excuse you.
That was an accident.
You're excused. Cortez defeated.
Mr. Heiss, is that something you're supposed to say after somebody says excuse me? Yes. You're excused.
Defeated the Aztecs
Talking about that, yes, true.
defeated the Aztec people with better military supplies, and allies.
What
Okay?
does BW mean?
Between.
Oh,
Guys,
stop.
Guys, she's welcome to ask any question. Okay.
Stop telling me to pay attention, Dale.
So with that, guys, okay, so Cortez defeated the Aztec people with better military supplies, and he had allies. Remember, we talked about allies such as smallpox and disease, okay? Those aren't your traditional allies, but that's what helped him win against the Aztecs, okay?
Disease is his friend.
It isn't necessarily a friend, it's somebody that, or it's something that's on his side, okay? Okay, we have a couple different points. If you have questions, you must hold on to them, okay? Hold on to them. I cannot take any more right now. We gotta get through this. Okay. The Incan Empire.
Thank you.
The Incan Empire was defeated by Pizarro. Remember him?
No.
Yep, you should. He popped up in your notes, okay? So hopefully you remember who he is, okay? And after that, we had Pizarro go ahead and pop up. And with Pizarro,
Just saying.
this is the formation of Peru. Okay, and the formation of Peru happened after Pizarro was defeated. Okay?
What is Peru?
Peru is a place.
Is it still?
It's a country.
You have too many homes.
Cesaro reminds me of pizza.
I ate them.
We also have Esteban.
Esteban.
Okay? Esteban was an explorer. Okay? Esteban was an explorer. And after his death,
How did he die?
after his death, Coronando continued to look
Natural causes.
for Cibola.
I thought it. Oh.
Okay, remember the whole idea was that they were looking for riches.
What is that word?
Cibola. Okay? Remember, it is an area that has riches in it. Okay, they're looking, that's the whole idea, is they're looking a lot for gold and things like that. Gotta hold on to it, but I'm going through this quickly.
Did Cibola make like?
It's not
It's not the same thing,
Civil.
No, then it come from?
no. No, it has no, has nothing to do with that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. New Spain. Okay? We talked about the development of New Spain. Okay? And here it's asking you for the order in which the colonial society was. Okay, so we have the colonial society. And with the colonial society, it goes in a certain order. Okay? Talking about the way in which these people were in charge of other people. So from the most to the least powerful. Okay? The colonial society, most powerful to the least powerful. Okay, we go from the most powerful to the least powerful.
Shush.
Most powerful to the least powerful. And it begins with the Peninsulares. Okay, they're at the top. The next ones are the Creoles.
Stop.
Mestizos.
Are these all people?
Just raise your hand if you have a question. These are different groups of people. And then they have the Africans and as well as the Indians, okay? That is the order in which it went in the colonial society. So the Peninsulares are the ones that were on top, okay? They're the most...
What are you laughing for? What am laughing at? I'm laughing at...
Please remember, guys, that we are recording, so everything that you do say and do will be on this video. I hope that we're doing the right thing.
Hope your mom doesn't see it.
Yeah. The worst class girls.
Anaji.
Yes? Okay, so you're going to have to pull it from someone else because we have to move on, okay? Okay. And lastly, we have what's known as the encomienda system, okay?
Encomienda.
Okay. This involved different cultural groups including Indians, okay? Life was not good for the Indians, okay?
You know, you mean the people who...
They were treated
Terribly.
horribly,
Horrible.
okay? And we have La Casa, or Las Casa. Okay, it's not the restaurant.
Costa. I live right by that.
Wanted,
Okay, I can't.
slavery. I'm going to move in a second. To end, okay?
It's a quick question.
Make sure that you also go ahead and review the whole ideas of latitude and longitude, guys. And you're going to have to apply some of this knowledge, okay? Which means you're going to have to think. So make sure that you're going through this.